Well, hello, my darlings and lovers of the macabre. Happy holidays to you all. I am away from home, so this setup is a little different. Hang in there with me. I do have a special tale for you. It's by my friend Bunny B03, and it's called My Gift at My Company's Christmas Party Kills Germs as well as my coworkers. And away we go. Did you know that when heated to the proper temperature, you can melt an entire human body into a puddle with lye? The voice of my sister-in-law, Tanya, poked a crack in my concentration, shattering the mental list I'd built in my head. The fuck? I asked her. Something you're wanting to tell me? I joked as I nudged her ribs with my elbow. If she responded, I sure as hell didn't hear her. The colors, the shapes, the scents were too mesmerizing. We'd fallen victim to Sunday boredom and decided to go to Tavistock Galleria for some retail therapy. The soap shop was the last place we stopped at. Nothing makes time pass like spending money. A pretty employee wearing a white smile walked over to us. The crisp name tag perched on her left shoulder read the name Jane in italic letters. My stomach immediately flipped. I always hated it when sales clerk bothered me while I was trying to browse. I know, it's their job. It just makes me super nervous. So naturally, the second she asked if we needed any help, I said no in the politest and firmest way possible. However, Tanya spoke over me as she often did when we were together. Hello, Jane. I have a few questions if you have time. The lady perked up at this, shifting her attention from me to my sister-in-law. Of course. What can I help you with? Here we go, I thought wryly. Tanya was going to waste my time by badgering this woman. What's worse is that she didn't even come here to buy anything. She just came into the store because I did. I tried to stifle a groan with annoyance as she cleared her throat, crossing her arms over her chest in preparation for an unnecessary battle of wits. Do you make the soap on site or is it delivered? We mostly make it on site with a few exceptions, Jane replied pleasantly. Tanya gingerly picked up an opaque green and brown layered soap, holding it up for both of us to see. Is this glycerin or olive oil based? It smells fabulous, but it's obvious this is from a melt and pour brick. She flipped it over, revealing the price on the back. $12.99? Tanya! I tried to interrupt her. To no avail, of course. She simply brushed me off and continued. You do realize that you can make an entire soap brick for that price, right? Jane's cheeks flushed a sunset pink, but she remained professional nonetheless. Yes, ma'am. Those are our vegan bars. They contain vegetable glycerin, are made off-site, and are later shipped here to us at the shop. My sister-in-law seemed completely nonplussed by this, as if genetically coded to be a pain in the ass. Her lips drew into a condescending smile. Well, I guess if you slap the word vegan on the label, you can charge just about anything. The bricks that are made here in the shop, are they olive oil based? Jane seemed relieved to answer a less confrontational inquiry. Some are, yes. Our lye-made soaps have different bases for different benefits. We have olive oil for firmness, goat's milk for moisture, and we just got our hemp oil base in last week. The one you're holding in your hand is more clear. That's how you can tell it wasn't made here naturally. My sister-in-law's eyebrows raised slightly. she was impressed. Jane continued, once the lye gets mixed with the oil or milk solution, it turns into more of a creamy eggnog type color. I walked off at this point, leaving them to their stimulating conversation. As much as Jane seemed to be enjoying it, if Tanya was holding her verbally hostage, the least I could do was just buy something. I kept walking until I realized they were just out of earshot, not fully realizing at first that I had walked past the sales area and had stumbled into what looked like the back storage room. It wasn't nearly as fragrant as the front sale floor was, but I did recognize the silhouettes of soap bins. I can't really explain why I did what I did next. Maybe it was the stress of the holiday season. Maybe it was the subconscious suffocation I felt due to my husband's sisters moving in with me after he unexpectedly died. Maybe I just wanted to make the same childish decisions I'd made in malls when I was young. But for whatever reason, I reached inside the closest one to me. My hands grabbed as many as they could before plunging them deep into the bottom of my purse. Despite the fluorescent lighting in the majority of the store, this area was pitch black, so dark that my breath hitched in my throat when I saw someone charging towards me. The shirt and pants she wore were black, so at first it looked like an angry, disembodied head. If not for the whites of her shoes, I would have thought I was completely losing my mind. Hey! You can't be in here! This area is prohibited to customers! She slid off her safety glasses before continuing. This leads to our soap on-site area, which has dangerous materials and chemicals. She pointed me back to the sales floor with a black gloved hand. Embarrassed and relieved at not getting caught, I mumbled an apology, spun on my heel, and caught back up with Tanya. Thankfully, her conversation with Jane had ended and she'd moved on to sniffing and browsing. Ultimately, we bought 2 soaps each, a body bar and a shampoo bar. The anxiety of my pilfered goods began gnawing at my gut, eating away bits of it like termites on wood as we stood in line at the checkout. Tanya went on and on about shampoo bars, and I politely nodded in agreement, even though I'd absorbed virtually nothing about what she had said. We just stepped up in line when a frantic woman reeking of smoke cut in front of us, desperately grasping the front counter with both hands. I mouthed a "what the fuck" to my sister-in-law as the woman in front of us started asking questions about an incense shop. This living ashtray wasn't even fucking buying anything. As much as I wanted to say something, I couldn't risk causing a scene. By the time I get the nerve up, it would have been our turn in line anyway. Just as I thought, the woman was soon gone, leaving nothing behind but the smell of soot and a bad taste in my mouth. We got rung up, made small talk, paid, and left the store. My purse was a bit heavier, and little Jane was none the wiser. I couldn't wait to get home and see what my grab bag contained. Oh, my loves, I hate to leave you at that point in the story. It's gonna have to be a 2-parter because I'm in Tahoe, not at home, and I thought it would be easier to get some silence because they are booking everything in my area at half capacity. Yet, somehow, there's people on top, even though I'm on the top floor, there's people on top of the roof or something. Because it's just... Anyway, as it stands, I cannot continue because it would just ruin the story. But you will get a part 2. I will record it no matter what I have to do while here in Tahoe. But I just wanted to wish you all a very, very happy holiday. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa. Whatever is your choice of holiday, enjoy it to its fullest. And keep your eyes open on Dr. Creepin's channel because the collab I've been telling you about should be appearing before the new year, and then we're gonna do more after the new year. I thought it'd be easy to do it for you here, but you're gonna have to get a two-parter, and I know it's kind of, well, I have great editors, so hopefully they'll throw something together. All right, love you all. Talk to you soon. Bye. Don't forget to subscribe